It won't be out of place if you install CCTV cameras. Depending on the size of your plantation, there are some of these CCTV cameras that can rotate 360 degrees. There are some that can rotate 180.
Stand is just doing quite well. Everywhere is fruiting. Everywhere. This year they are just 2 years. At this point, they're 2 years plus. So hopefully by next year, many of them.
Hello guys, welcome back to my platform. So in this video, I want to address some of the challenges that some of the Nigerians in the diaspora are having, investing in Nigeria, and even some of the Nigerians still in Nigeria but not staying within the vicinity of their business, A lot of people call me and they talked about interest, their interest in investing in the oil palm sector, having follow the train of everything, knowing that that there's another oil well, currently. So it is quite important that a lot of people get some of this information so that whether they are around or they're not around, they can be able to invest in their business without having some issues. If there will be issue, it will be very minimal. Maybe let's say maybe 10% that you can let go or you can manage, okay? Rather than getting it up to 50% of challenges, whereby a lot of people has abandoned their plantation and most of them are not getting results as they thought when they venture into it. So I have been able to sort out, based on my interaction with some of my clients, I've been able to sort out and come up with this, solution to try to provide solution to some of the challenges that a lot of people are having. So I want to start with number one. For you to be able to run a successful, oil palm plantation, there are certain things that you need to consider in the aspect of the labor. Now, the number one thing that we need to understand is the payment. Most people, they feel that agriculture is handled by the less people. So you put payment on a very low amount for people to work for you. You will be struggling if you just employ people to work within a space of 2-3 months. If they see a better job, they will resign and go. Some of them, they will just leave without even telling you because they don't value it. So the earlier the better we begin to place value on our investment when it had to do with agriculture. If you employ someone as a sales agent, maybe a sales representative, and you are paying the person 50,000 naira, for instance, and you are employing someone to work in your plantation, in your farm, and you are paying the person 20,000 naira, and you see that it doesn't go together. So people would prefer to run to the other one rather than to stay in your farm. So when we have a structured payment of our workers, it would definitely encourage them to work for you. It would definitely encourage them. So let's not look at agriculture as for the less privileged or for the poor, for non, people that are not doing well, because when we look at it from that perspective, our pay, the pay that we are going to pay them would not amount to anything. And by that, you'll be struggling. Today you recruit another set, tomorrow you recruit another set, next tomorrow you recruit another set, and you'll be struggling. Along the way, you may not be able to meet up. And when you also put their salary well, I know that there are some people that have this evil spirit in them that they can steal your produce. But there are people that if you pay them well, they will not steal your produce to that point that would affect your business. So it is quite important that if you want to venture into this, you need to have it at the back of your mind that the payment of your workers is very, very important for the sustainability of your business. Number two, not overloading your workers or your staff. Not overloading your workers or your staff. Let's take, for instance, you have maybe like 50 hectares of land of oil palm plantation, 50 hectares, and you employ 2 people to work there. The truth of the matter is you can't get the result except you have trained them in a way that when there are heavy work for them to do, maybe like the clearing of the plantation, the weeding round, maybe like the manure application of fertilizer application, as the case may be, you bring in casual workers where you pay them on daily basis or you give them as contract to work while these two supervised. But if you employ 2 people to work in 50 hectares of oil palm plantation, the tendency for them not to do well is because there's nothing that they can do to be able to work. For instance, let's use clearing as example. Even though you get this grass cutter machine for them, to be using to clear, before they finish the 50 hectares, the other side that already started clearing, the grasses will start coming up again, especially when it has to do with the rainy season. The grasses will come up again. So before they finish this side, the grasses will already overtake the farm, will overwhelm the farm, and they will start again. So the time for them to do weeding around the palms will not even be there. The time for them to go for the manuring. So sometimes if they're not God-fearing people, you can send money for them to get manure, or fertilizer to manure, and they will even embezzle the money without doing this work because you've overloaded them with a lot of work. So let's consider the size of our plantation, the size of the land we are setting up our plantation. Let's consult people that are consultants, people that are experts. They can tell you the number of workers that can effectively deliver your business for you. So don't just overload your workers, because once you overload them, they will not give you the results and you stand to suffer. So understand the size of your land, your plantation. Understand the number of workers that need to work for you, because once you overload them, the results will not be there. They will not be effective. That's just the simplest truth. That's the simple truth. Once you overload your workers, they will not be effective. So understand the size of the land and the number of workers to work for you. This can also give you a good result. Number three, this one, I know people would begin to talk about it in the comment section. Number three, try to deal with trusted people. I know it is quite difficult to assess or to get trusted people in this time, but I must talk about that. There are people that are still trusted. When the first point that I've raised, the payment is fine. The second point that I also raised, you don't overload them. They can also be trusted. I know that there are people that are trusted no matter the situation they find themselves, the condition they find themselves, they will still remain truthful. There are people like that, though you may not easily find them, but you can still search for them. It may not be from the beginning, but as you progress in your business, you can see 1 or 2 people that are trusted, that you can rely on them, in achieving your goal. When you get people that are trusted, they will tell you, sir, please, we can't be able to do the clearing, we can't be able to do this, we can't be able to do that. Please, can you help us to bring in casual people so that we can be able to do the manuring or the fertilization of the palms? Because when they are not trusted set of people, they will just be collecting your money, not doing the work that they're supposed to do. So it is quite important that you deal with trusted people. Deal with trusted people. Number 4, don't work with sentiments. When you employ these people to work for you, don't allow sentiments to set in. Now, what do I mean by sentiment? Maybe like the point 3 I have raised, talking about trusted people. You've gotten someone who is trusted, maybe giving you information concerning a particular person, or concerning a particular worker, and you allow sentiment to affect, your reaction towards the person, maybe to query the person or to sanction the person or whatever. So once you work with sentiment, things that you're supposed to take action, you don't take action about it, it will definitely affect the business. So once you take away sentiment, maybe this person is from my community, so whatever the person is doing is right, whatever the person does is right, the other person is not from your community. So once you allow this sentiment to set in, it would definitely affect your business. So don't work with sentiments. Don't work with sentiments. Number 5, I learned this in one of my training at Abuja. One of the resources, I attended a training at Abuja, a workshop, and one of the resource person made this statement, and I can't forget it. And I've been using it in my business, and it has worked for me very well. And what is that? Hire someone you can fire. Don't hire someone that you cannot fire. Don't hire someone that you cannot fire. Now, anybody you want to hire to work for you, let it be someone that you can fire. Now, let me give you a typical example of people that may be difficult for you to fire if you hire them to work for you. Like your in-laws. It may be very difficult for you to fire your in-laws. So before you can employ your in-law to work for you, or to hand over your oil palm plantation for your in-law to manage or to take care of or to work, you must trust that your in-law very well before you can do that. If not, if anything happens, it may be very difficult for you to fire the person. You can give your in-law employment elsewhere, leave your own, because it may be very difficult for you to fire your in-law if you hire him. Then another person is your peer group. Maybe growing up, you're met in school, people that are your peers, your peer group, don't hire them. Because once you do that, it may be difficult for you to fire them even when they're not giving you the result. Don't hire someone that you cannot fire. Your brother, as in your siblings, they're part of this group, this set, that if you hire them, it may be difficult for you to fire them. I'm not in any way telling you don't hire them, but I'm trying to tell you, before you hire them, you should do a background check. Would this person respect you working for you? Or would this person just feel because he's my brother now, nothing he would do, he won't arrest me, he won't kill me, I can do whatever I like with his business. Your in-law, your peer, your friend, be very careful, because once you entrust your business into the hands of these people that you cannot fire, your business will suffer. Your business will suffer. Remember that some of you are doing this as your retirement plan. Some of you are doing this as part of your investments that you don't need to toy with, no matter who is involved. So don't hire someone that you cannot fire, but hire someone that you can fire in case of anything going wrong with your oil palm plantation. Number 6, involve external body for auditing. You may have a manager that manages for you. You may also have maybe a consultant that consults for you, but bring in an external person who comes in depending on you, either on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis or twice in a year, to audit whatever that is going on there and give you a report. I remember that I was also paid to do this, to audit a farm. And when I went there, the manager and the people that were working there, they've already done a lot of, they've messed up the place, the plantation, and they were pleading that I should not report everything that I saw. I said, no, I must report as a matter of fact, because I need to protect my brand. Before these people, call me to come and audit their plantation, they have this trust, so I can't betray them. So I reported everything that I saw, though the people were not happy with me, but yet It's not my fault. We need to be sincere and honest in any business that we have been entrusted to manage or to work. So make sure that apart from your manager, apart from your workers, you also have an external person that visits the plantation, like I said, either quarterly or twice in a year, to give you a written report, not just a verbal report, a written report with recommendations that would also help you to push your business further. Not just anybody, but someone who is grounded, who is an expert, who knows what to report. There should be a template. In fact, before the person can even move, you should ask the person to give you a template of his auditing. Look at the template of the report the person is going to give you at the end of the day. What is the person looking out for as the person is going there to do the auditing. So that would also help your plantation to survive, and not just to survive alone, but to produce better, because you don't allow it solely in the hand of your manager or your workers, because this has been a repeated challenges to a lot of oil palm owners, that have been making this kind of mistakes, and which is not in any way helping them, which in any way not helping their investment. So if you spent money to have invested, you also need to take it serious. You also need to know what you need to do. That's why I'm taking time to make this video, for you to learn and to understand what you need to do at every given point. The final one I want to talk about, like the seventh point I want to talk about, is now technology has helped us in many ways. So it won't be out of place that you install CCTV cameras. Depending on the size of your plantation, there are some of these CCTV cameras that can rotate 360 degrees. There are some that can rotate 180. There are solars. There are some that are solar, that you don't even need electricity before they function. You connect them to your phone. After the people, the technician or the company might have finished the installation, look for a way to change the password so that they will not also connive with your manager or your workers, especially at the point of harvest. If your palms move to the point of harvesting, you start harvesting it. This is very, very important. You must install your CCTV camera in your plantation. That would help you, not just at the point of harvesting, even at the growing stage, the vegetative stage, that is the growing stage. You can also do that, so that if your workers are not going to work, you should know the day they are not going to work, because you are monitoring your plantation. It is an investment. If a little shop, maybe like just a provision shop, can install CCTV camera, if supermarket can install CCTV camera, what's happened to farmers that we can't install our CCTV cameras? We can also do that to monitor whatever is going on. If you ask them to manure your farm, for instance, you buy fertilizer for them, you need to know how many bags of fertilizer have been taken to the farm, if they have sold some. So all these things are very, very important. You don't just get a land and get the seedling to plant, and at the end of the day you abandon it. No, let's make it to be attractive. Let's make it to be attractive for other people to actually come into the sector. So if you are able to get all these things, these 7 things I've mentioned in place, it would definitely help your plantation. Some of the challenges that you used to have may not be there. Sometimes I do hear some of my clients that said, I gave my manager, I gave my worker money for the clearing, and they just embezzle the money without doing the clearing. And sometimes if they visit on notice to them, they just sometimes they can even slum in the farm. No. So let's take this thing as it is our investment. Let's not joke with it. Let's be serious with it. If we can be able to practice these 7 things I've just mentioned, I think a lot of improvement would be in your oil palm business. So if you have any other one that you think that we can do, you can drop it on the comment section. Please do well to share my video to other people, your friends who is willing to invest, in this very sector. Do well to comment, like, subscribe to my channel if you've not subscribed. Follow me on Facebook, Beko Farm, Enterprise, and on YouTube, subscribe, Beko Farm Academy. See you in my next video.